Gary, before we talk about what is a great point in the end on the road, I'm sure every single Exeter City fan will be showing plenty of concern for Jay Stansfield this afternoon. Can you tell us what you know so far?
Yeah, it looked really awkward the way he went down. We don't know, to what extent he's kind of hurt himself, but it didn't look great. He's in a bit of pain, so we'll see how he is in the next 48 hours. He
certainly looked uncomfortable coming off, didn't he? He'd worked so hard in the game as well that it created some key chances, as we've seen over the last couple of games really as well.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. He keeps going, as does everyone. Thought everyone today again gave absolutely everything for the cause. So fingers crossed it's not too bad, but we'll assess him over the coming days.
It wasn't our best performance of the season, but sometimes it doesn't have to be. Left it late, but a point on balance, would you say it was a fair point?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't think we can defend the way we defended and expect to win a game of football. We lost 2 poor goals. We looked loose on first contact, second balls. Some of our build-up play and our passing through the thirds was excellent. And then the final third, I thought, we weren't as good as we've been in recent weeks, but we still came away from home, scored 2 goals, both from set pieces, which is something we've been working on to try and do more. So delighted with that, and delighted with the players' character. 1-0 down, 2-1 down away from home after a tough week, travelling a long way. Tells you a lot about this group of players, that they kept going and found a way to not be beaten today.
We spoke a couple of weeks ago about how we got the balance right in terms of attacking, but it was defending that was letting us down. Do you feel perhaps old habits crept in a little bit today?
Yeah, we just need to be better. It's something we always need to, keep improving, and there'll always be areas of the game that we have to improve. And today I just felt like any long ball was causing us a lot of problems. Obviously Stockley is a player we know really well. He's a handful. He does win a lot of first contacts, but we have to get around that and be there for the second balls. And today, too many times, it caused us a lot of problems. And when you give 2 goals away like we did, it's always going to be a difficult task. But we found the answers and got 2 goals. And but for some sloppy play in the final third, I thought we could have actually scored more goals if we had been more clinical.
Took the lead through Kevin McDonald's 3rd of the season. What a lovely corner move that was.
Yeah, it was. That was a great cutback. We take men out and try and pull men out, and we knew we would be free at the edge of the box, and we managed to work something and get a goal. And Kev just, don't know where he's getting all these goals from, but he keeps popping up with them. And I thought he was excellent today overall, his general game, but for him to start 3 games after coming back, we knew he was always going to be a risk in terms of injury, and for him to get through 3 games about an hour was excellent, and hopefully another week's training will bring his fitness on again.
It was 5 years since his last goal, and now it's 3 in his first 9 games. He certainly had the impact that I imagine why he brought him to the club.
Yeah, the goals are a massive bonus, but the quality he gives us in possession and the control he has, the composure he has to play between lines and receive under pressure is top. And I think he's been a great example to not just the midfielders, to everyone, and how he behaves and how he prepares to play as a professional. He's first class.
Sweeney obviously got that late equaliser. Perseverance paid off. It was the second time of asking for him. I know he'll be really chuffed with that. His celebration was certainly an interesting one.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I was trying to get them back to obviously try and win the game, but again, playing, he wasn't feeling the best. He went down the first half, but managed to keep going, stay on the pitch when he wasn't at 100%, as did a lot of players today. And again, that's great credit to them and their character. After a difficult week in terms of 3 games, travelling up here yesterday, fantastic character to get something from the game.
And those 2 set-piece goals you spoke about, I think it was the Accrington game when you weren't sure whether it was or not, but Perks was claiming it. Is he claiming these 2 as well?
Oh yeah, definite. Today was definite goals, and we did work last Thursday in the afternoon, and the work on the training pitch pays off. So we'll keep trying to improve in every area, whether that's set pieces or defending the long ball, second balls. We always try to evaluate the game and give the players some areas we can improve, and you can see this team's come a long way since I've came into the club, but we've still got a long way to go to be the team we want to be.
Joe White came on for Harry Kite at half-time. What was the thinking behind that substitution?
Just for energy. Harry Kite's another player that came back from injury, started all 3 games this week, and gives absolutely everything for the cause, and nothing to do with performance, just purely for energy and to get fresh legs on the pitch.
That is obviously 3 games in a week for most of these players. You could perhaps forgive the energy levels perhaps dropping towards the end of this game, but they didn't. And once again, a Gary Caldwell team has scored a stoppage time goal.
Yeah, it's fantastic. They keep going. The intensity they play with, even like you said, after a difficult week in terms of physically, they didn't look at their peak. But there's a great character and desire in every single player to give everything for the football team. So they got the rewards late. Our supporters got the rewards for travelling such a long way, and delighted we could keep the unbeaten run. That's 3 games unbeaten now, and we want to continue that for as long as we can. You
mentioned the supporters there, just under 400 came up here today. I know a few have made a weekend out of it in Blackpool as well. You're certainly sending them home with something, which is always worth it when you've travelled such a long way.
Yeah, I think that's really important. We were shooting into them second half, and they kept going. They stayed with us as they always do, and at least we give them something to cheer about. They were, singing at the end and in great voice. It wasn't quite the bounce from Tuesday night from the players, but you could see every player and staff member going over and thanking them for the support, because the distance they've travelled is quite incredible. The numbers they come in is incredible. So I'm glad we've gave them at least something from the day.
Thanks a lot, Gary.
Thank you.